SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. It's Week 13 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Southern California has a new modern home for NFL football, and it is this place, wondrous SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the San Francisco 49ers and the Los Angeles Chargers. They'll start out here with the option left. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Down at the 26.
So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitors as well. But sometimes you do learn your lesson the hard way, as he did there. Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you cut everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a 4th down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. He's got a 1st down inside midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Pretty much unreal, not just in terms of yardage, Charles, but also throwing the 3 touchdowns as well.
When you put the whole package together, I can make you a pretty good guarantee right now. He's going to see a few more people in the box.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Niners have taken the early lead. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback. The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive. And they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before and realize it hasn't worked somewhere else. And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Herbert on the option. He's going to run with it. He's got a first down inside midfield. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. The keeper there turning into a big play of 23 yards, and it moves the sticks. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 41. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They'll try the air now with Herbert. Hunter Henry brings it in. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 24-yard line. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 49ers' 15-yard line.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on second down. And he is caught at the 7-yard line. And the Chargers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Chargers, nothing.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset about a missed opportunity.
Now Herbert, 3rd and goal. In there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on 3rd down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Fielded just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target, and he didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
On play action, they'll throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 22 yards there, a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's...
Robbie Gould lining up for the point after.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count.
14.
Gould with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
Wishnowski to kick off.
Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no return here for Reed. This will be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal. And I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive.
And he fires one. It's intercepted. Montez Nicholson picks it. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. That'll bring up second down.
It's second down and 10.
Here's a quick throw out left. That's caught. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. 5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the first. A nice run there. He calls his own number, gets the first down, and then slides to a stop before he has to take any contact.
And that absolutely has to please this coaching staff, because you know they've been drilling into his head. You're no good to us on the sidelines if you're not playing, right? If you have to be over here full-time with us, that doesn't work so well. We need you on the field, so sliding like that, they'll take that every time. They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On second down, here's Penny. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
San Francisco.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
L.A. set to take over again on offense. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
2nd and 10. Here's Herbert once more. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Nick Bosa has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. We call that a punt of 38 yards officially. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to... And it's complete! In the end zone, touchdown, 49ers! George Kittle with his second touchdown here in this first half. Here the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half.
Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. A shotgun snap for Herbert. This one complete to Devin Funchess. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, it's Herbert. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Herbert throwing again. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To the air again, Herbert. It's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
An anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a first down.
Well, so much for being backed up against their goal line to start the drive. He gave him some breathing room and then some. I think the defense really got caught thinking safety, trying to stack the line of scrimmage. And oftentimes, if you can get past the initial grouping, there's a lot of room to run. The defense actually fortunate that didn't go farther. going to be 15 yards.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. He'll rifle this one deep right side, and that's caught inside the 30. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. So we've come, and just like that, on we head to half number 2.
28. Chargers 3.
It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now a play fake here on first down. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are, and I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing. I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
And 10 yards to go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Rolling to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second.
Robbie Gould lining up for the point after.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts.
35.
Gould with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no return here for Reed. This will be a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Credit the sack to Fred Warner.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
For San Francisco.
Taken in the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback.
At their own 25-yard
And the Chargers coming out of the field now. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. On second down, here's Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. Catch number 44 on the year. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
On the option, here's Eckler. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Here's Herbert now on second down. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked up near the 42 and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. More from L.A. in a moment. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his third touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown.
Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no return here for Reed. This will be a touchback.
25-yard line.
L.A. readies for its next possession. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
From the gun, Herbert on third down. And he will find his man on the outside. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return. And the Niners will go on offense at their own 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down.
Well, when you're able to break a run against a cover 2 or a 2-deep zone, safeties are back a little ways. What you're counting on is the guys taking care of business up front and then maybe climbing to the 2nd level, that offensive lineman or tight end getting up to the 2nd level and able to block the safety in order to create a big run.
Yeah, making those linemen work with a couple blocks. They look good doing it there. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. This is Mostert. And he'll be close to a 1st down at the Chargers' 24. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Looking for the end zone, and it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel, his 4th touchdown on the year. Gold to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback. The football going back to the Rams now. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Out of the gun, Herbert. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 30. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. From 19 yards away. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in.
The kick is good.
As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, the coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this will complete right side to Funchess. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes up.
Herbert has it knocked free.
kind of mistakes, but it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
He was brought down.
That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there, and often you talk about the three phases of the game: defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. Privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter.
Fielded in the end zone. And no return here for Reed. This will be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
Herbert on first down now. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now the second down throw on target. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at third down here. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. From the gun, Herbert. And that will be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and possession will switch hands, first and 10.
27-yard line.
And they'll indeed take a knee. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan, and he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Logan, the ball carrier.
So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing. Because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in four-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
All right, I don't want to get too poetic here where they talk about, the eyes being the windows of the soul. You know what else the eyes do? They see the open spaces on a field, and those eyes carry your legs to those spots. And that's what happened on that play. He saw an opening and went and got it.
Well, he really hasn't ran the ball all game. Fourth quarter here, need a big play, able to pick it up. So whatever the eyes saw and created, it worked. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And